It's Jeremy Bowers. Thanks for joining my weekly blog. Today what I want to talk to you about is the process of getting a deal and getting it to settlement. So this is for the newer agents. So first off, you're going to find business. You're going to prospect, you're going to follow up, you're going to listen, you're going to ask questions, you're going to recommend properties, person's going to buy it. Great, they want to buy it. You need to learn how to fill out the paperwork. So your office should be training you on how to fill out the paperwork. What price? How much deposit? Inspections? What should be the period of time? What should be the number for mortgage commitment based upon their settlement date? Anything else that you should add in there. So that's the first part. You need to learn the agreement of sale. Here at Coldwell Preferred, we're going to teach you that. Danny G, our other manager, teaches that class for us here if you're in the city, and we can help you with that. The second part is, once you get an agreement, then you need to have processes in place to remember to hit all the dates. I recommend Top Producer, and you can put in there a system how to remember all these important dates, to follow up clients and track your deal so you can get them settlement on time. And the big part is going to be after you get under contract is the second deposit and the home inspection. Because originally when you turn this deal in, you're going to have an agreement of sale, you're going to have various other paperwork with your company, and you're going to have a deposit check. You're going to have a mortgage pre-approval, you're going to have a BFI. A BFI is a buyer's financial information sheet, and that is a backup sheet to a mortgage pre-approval that shows you where all your money is. Where's your debt? Where's your assets? Are you getting a gift from someone? That all gets submitted to your office. Now you got all the paperwork, you got the deal signed from both parties, everything's good, you turn it into the office. Now your next big step is you got to make sure you get your home inspection set up if you're the buyer's rep. If you're the seller's rep, you got to make sure everything gets set up with the home inspection. Home inspection typically is within the first 7 to 15 days. They do the home inspection, which is typically home, termite, and radon. That typically costs around $500–600. You do those inspections, buyer pays those inspections, seller's not home at home inspection time. Buyer's agent will sometimes go with the inspector, sometimes not, and the selling agent is typically not at the home when you're doing the home inspection. You do the home inspection, the home inspector gets you the report if you're the buyer's agent, you go over it with the buyer, you submit it to the listing agent, and you request a credit or you request repairs. The seller and buyer will negotiate back and forth what they want, hopefully come to an agreement. Second deposit check will be handed in with the agreement signed, and the deal moves forward. The next big thing after that is the mortgage commitment. You got to make sure your buyer is looking at mortgage companies submitting their application after they get the house under contract, and make sure that they get the house appraised and turn in all the proper paperwork before the mortgage commitment. The difference between a mortgage commitment and a pre-approval is just a form. They give them a little bit of information. Yeah, you're pre-approved for $400 grand, $600 million bucks, whatever it is. But a mortgage commitment is the appraiser went out, made sure the house is worth what they're asking, what the loan of value is. They're basically documenting everything, making sure your pay stubs, everything is correct. All the evidence has been prepared, reviewed, and now, Jeremy, will give you a mortgage. That's the difference between a mortgage commitment and a pre-approval. Now you get that letter from the bank, you submit that to the seller's rep if you are the buyer's rep. And that takes care of that part. Then you need to make sure that everything's set up with the utility companies, all that kind of stuff. Double check with your conveyancer that all the back end stuff is getting done, all the certs, anything that needs to be done within the city, township, things like that. And then you need to be setting up a settlement time and date. The buyer's rep typically picks the date and time. So at the beginning the date was picked in the original agreement of sale. Now you got to pick a time and a place. Seller will meet you there, and the buyer will have the buyer, the mortgage rep, the title rep, the seller, and the seller's rep all there at settlement. In Pennsylvania, you very rarely ever see a lawyer at settlement. In New Jersey, you see lawyers at settlement. The title rep's job is to make sure There's no liens, nothing outside this world against the property, and they're ensuring that the property has none of that. In case you have an issue, then you can go back with the title company and say, hey, listen, I had this issue here, I need you to take care of it. Chance that happen are really slim to none, but it does happen out there, and mortgage insurance, or excuse me, title insurance protects you on that. So if you're getting a mortgage, you actually have to have title insurance. There's no way around it. And you know, in that whole process, which I didn't talk about, you need to make sure that your seller and the buyer, if you represent the buyers understand their closing costs and their cost to purchase the property, which would have happened up front. And you can do all that off Trend MLS, and it'll actually estimate their closing costs for you if you put the important numbers in there for you. And then you get a settlement. Once you get the settlement, all the hard part's done. Settlement's typically pretty easy. If it isn't, you have your managers in your office that can help you. Here at Coldwell Preferred, if you're a new agent, you have a mentor for your first couple of deals that'll help you with it until you get more experience, and then you always have me. So if you need any questions, or if you need help, or you have any questions regarding the real estate process, and you want to put more systems in place so you can grow your business, give me a call, 215-370-9107. That's 215-370-9107. And my email is jbowers@cbpref.com. Thanks. Have a great day.